Hair loss, or alopecia, is a problem that I often get asked.
All new at 11 now, a breakthrough solution for baldness. It's a bold statement.
But that's exactly what researchers say they're developing right now.
Made me feel really ashamed of how I looked, for sure. I'm Chris, I'm 29, and I started losing my hair at 20. It was kind of just rapidly, going instantly. I couldn't handle the thought of someone looking at my hair or touching my hair because of how bad it looked, and I was so ashamed of it.
Did you know? An estimated 52 million people in the United States are affected by hair loss.
We may not know this, but August is National Hair Loss Awareness Month, and with over 52 million Americans living with this issue, there's an urgent need for education and awareness.
Well, if you're losing your hair, you're definitely not alone, but soon you could be saying goodbye to comb-overs and receding hairlines.
Barbara O'Neill recently tackled a common problem, losing hair, also known as alopecia. She wisely pointed out that figuring out why hair loss happens is key to finding solutions. For example, O'Neill shared a story about a friend who started using chemical hair dyes at a young age to cover up graying hair. While natural options like henna exist, using harsh chemicals can damage hair follicles over time, leading to hair loss.
Well, one friend of mine, she always dyed her hair. Her hair, she was showing grey hair from a very early age, and so from about the age of 30, she began to dye her hair.
Research from the American Academy of Dermatology confirms this. A 2020 study found that some hair dyes, especially those with permanent colors, can contain chemicals that irritate the scalp and damage hair over time.
Now you can get a hair dye made of henna, and henna is a plant that can dye your hair, and that is not toxic. But my friend did not use that one. She used a chemical hair dye.
O'Neill also discussed the dangers of using harsh chemicals to straighten or curl hair.
And little by little, it was killing off her follicles where the hair grows. So it can be chemicals on the hair.
These chemicals typically break down the hair structure to achieve the desired shape. This can weaken the hair and make it more prone to breakage and loss.
Another friend of mine did not like her very curly hair, and so all her life, from probably about her late teens right up until her 50s, she straightened her hair. Now the solutions that they use to straighten the hair, or for people with straight hair that want curly hair, it is a very toxic chemical.
Studies support this too. A 2021 review published in the International Journal of Trichology found that repeated use of straightening chemicals can lead to hair breakage, hair loss, and scalp irritation.
So what happens is, if a person wants to straighten their hair, what the hairdresser does is pull the hair over great big rods like that.
The process involves 2 stages. First, applying the chemical to break the hair's bonds, and second, rinsing off the initial solution before applying another chemical to set the new shape.
And so the curly hair that's this curly, of course, gets pulled over them, and that straightens it. But if a person's got straight hair and they want curly hair, well, the rods are that big and they stretch the hair around and around and around.
This method of perming, while effective in changing hair texture, can significantly damage hair over time due to the harsh chemicals involved.
So whether it's to straighten the hair or whether it's to curl the hair, they put this toxic solution on. It's a strong chemical, and what it does is it breaks all the little joints in the hair, because hair has all these little joints like this.
Barbara O'Neill further elaborated on the causes and solutions for hair loss, drawing from her personal experiences and professional background. She shared that her initial career as a hairdresser at age 16 gave her firsthand insight into the damaging effects of chemical treatments on hair.
So what it does is it breaks the joints, and then it's molded, of course, around either there for the curl or there for the straight.
During her time as a hairdresser, O'Neill frequently performed perms, which involved applying chemicals to alter the hair's natural texture, whether to curl or straighten it. She explained that these chemicals, when used repeatedly, gradually kill hair follicles, leading to hair loss.
And then when all of those little bonds are broken and it's been stretched into a certain shape, they rinse off that chemical and then they put another chemical on to set it. So to set the bonds together, and then that sets the hair structure as straight or as curly.
She also noted that tightly braiding hair can have a similar effect, as the constant tension and weight can damage the follicles, resulting in hair loss around the hairline. O'Neill emphasized the necessity of addressing the root cause of hair damage to prevent further hair loss. She likened it to stopping a leaking tap before mopping up the spill.
Sometimes I see hair loss in a hormonal imbalance. So if it's a hormonal imbalance, then the hormones must be balanced back again.
For example, hormonal imbalances can lead to hair loss, and O'Neill suggested using Anna's wild yam cream to balance hormones and promote hair regrowth.
Sometimes high stress, if someone goes through a very stressful situation, one of the reactions can be hair loss.
Stress is another factor O'Neill identified as a cause of hair loss. High-stress situations can trigger hair loss, and managing stress levels is crucial for maintaining healthy hair. Additionally, she mentioned anemia as a potential cause, explaining that low iron levels in the blood, often due to heavy menstrual bleeding, can lead to hair loss. Addressing anemia by increasing iron intake can help mitigate this issue.
If a person is anemic, it can cause hair loss. So what's anemic? Anemic means very low iron in the blood.
She highlighted the role of hormonal imbalances, specifically mentioning that reducing estrogen and increasing progesterone levels can prevent heavy menstrual blood loss, thereby addressing anemia and promoting hair growth.
And anemia can be caused because of heavy blood loss at period time. A lot of women suffer from that, and that can cause anemia, and the anemia can cause the hair loss.
She further explained that low hydrochloric acid levels can also cause anemia, as this acid is essential for liberating iron from food. To ensure strong hydrochloric acid levels, O'Neill recommended consuming a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in a little water before meals, or the juice of a lemon before meals.
So the causes of hair loss can be anemia, it can be high stress, it can be a hormonal imbalance, and it can be damage that's just physical damage that has been done to the hair follicles. And so depending on what the cause is, the anemia, you can strengthen the hydrochloric acid, balance the hormones.
She stressed the importance of not drinking water with meals to avoid diluting the hydrochloric acid and maintaining a relaxed environment during meals.
You can make a mix that you can put on your hair. And this mix is, let's make up the mix. So 1/2 cup of coconut oil and 1/2 cup of castor oil. Castor oil is a very thick oil.
She then offered a simple way to help hair grow back: a scalp treatment with healthy oils.
But castor oil penetrates deeper than any other oil, so when that is put onto the scalp, it penetrates even deeper. Coconut oil is a very nourishing oil. It's an antifungal oil, antibacterial oil. But what you also can put with that, so now you've got a cup of oil there, to that cup of oil you can add 10 drops.
She also suggested adding 10 drops of rosemary oil, which is good for the scalp.
You can make a mix that you can put on your hair. And this mix is, let's make up the mix. So 1/2 cup of coconut oil and 1/2 cup of castor oil. Castor oil is a very thick oil.
O'Neill said to mix everything well in a jar and massage it into your scalp once a week. This massage helps blood flow to the hair roots, and the oils soak in to nourish your scalp and make it healthy again. She suggested leaving it on for a long time, maybe on a day you're staying home, and then washing it out at night.
But castor oil penetrates deeper than any other oil, so when that is put onto the scalp, it penetrates even deeper. Coconut oil is a very nourishing oil. It's an antifungal oil, antibacterial oil. But what you also can put with that, so now you've got a cup of oil there, to that cup of oil you can add 10 drops.
After using the oil treatment, O'Neill said you might need to wash your hair a couple of times to get all the oil out. Use warm water and a good amount of shampoo. You might need to wash it twice to remove all the oil. Finally, O'Neill stressed the importance of avoiding a chemical called sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, that's found in many shampoos. This chemical makes shampoo foam, but it can damage hair follicles and cause hair loss. She advised checking the labels carefully, especially at stores that sell healthy products, to avoid shampoos with SLS. Instead, she recommended using coconut-based shampoos, which are nourishing for the scalp. Coconut oil's natural properties make it a beneficial choice for maintaining scalp health.
Exercise. What exercise does is it increases the circulation of the blood to the extremities, and the scalp is considered an extremity.
In addition to using the oil treatment, O'Neill suggested incorporating regular exercise into one's routine. Exercise, particularly high-intensity interval training, HIIT, enhances blood circulation to the extremities, including the scalp, which can promote healthier hair growth. She advised aiming for daily exercise to maximize these benefits. Hydration was another key point O'Neill addressed, emphasizing the importance of drinking enough water. A general guideline she provided is to consume 8 glasses of water per day for every 100 pounds of body weight. She highlighted that the scalp, like any other part of the body, benefits from proper hydration and nutrition delivered through the bloodstream. Exercise plays a crucial role in enhancing blood flow to the scalp, ensuring it receives the oxygen and nutrients needed for optimal health. O'Neill said eating plenty of fiber is important, along with protein from beans, nuts, and seeds. Our bodies use protein to build and fix things, including hair. She also said healthy fats from nuts, seeds, avocados, and olive oil are good for our overall health.
Myself, I prefer the taste of the olive oil. We had a Fijian cook for a while and they preferred the taste of the coconut oil. So whatever your preference is. It's a very concentrated food. You do not need very much, just a little bit, but it certainly can make food taste nice.
She likes olive oil because it tastes good, but coconut oil is good too. Adding a little of these oils to your food makes it taste better and gives your body what it needs.
We had big baked potatoes here yesterday. I opened my baked potato and I said to the cook, have you got a bit of olive oil there? Very nice to sprinkle a little olive oil in there and Celtic salt. Oh, it makes potatoes very nice.
O'Neill also stressed that getting enough sleep is very important for healing and feeling better. She said to try to sleep for 8 hours each night because rest is crucial for good health and hair growth. If you have trouble sleeping, try going to bed and waking up at the same time each day to create a routine that helps you sleep well.
Light or no evening meal, going to bed early, soft lights, soft music, fresh air coming in, nice clean, natural fibre sheets and pillows. All of this is conducive to a good night's sleep. And you will find that little by little.
To sleep better, O'Neill suggested making your bedtime relaxing. Go to bed early. Use soft lights and calming music. Get fresh air in your room and use sheets and pillows made from natural materials. By doing these things, you can improve your sleep quality, which will benefit your overall health and potentially help your hair grow more.
Sleep is vital. The sleep is not negotiable. If you're not used to that much sleep, little by little by little, you can train yourself back into sleeping longer. Rome wasn't built in a day, but little by little by little, as you take those steps that are conducive to good sleep, breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen.
Overall, O'Neill's advice is to eat healthy foods, exercise regularly.
Light or no evening meal, going to bed early, soft lights, soft music, fresh air coming in, nice clean, natural fibre sheets and pillows. All of this is conducive to a good night's sleep. And you will find that little by little.
And get enough sleep to keep your hair healthy and promote growth. This approach considers your entire well-being, not just your hair.